Well, long time no see, guys. Little reason for that. If you've got any decent sized YouTuber that you follow, I'm sure you've heard about adpocalypse and demonetization and all that. And it's kind of affected me. I started my channel just about the time that all started happening. So I can't remember how many subscribers I have, but I've got one video that's got over 10,000 views, maybe more than that. And in a year, I've only amassed about $9 in my AdSense account. So I'm having a hard time justifying the cost to effort. So I haven't been doing a lot. But some things have developed on one of my projects, and I know a few of you were interested in it and wanted to see where it ended up. So I wanted to give you a little update and let you know that my Bronco is up and running. Still doesn't look like much, but she runs good. She doesn't leak oil at the bottom except the drain plug, which I should have just replaced the pan. When I put the plug back in, it's tried to strip out of me, so I'll try an oversized thread cutter this next time I do an oil change, which will probably be soon because I put really shitty oil in it just to get it up and running. I still need to do valve covers because they leak, and I still need to finish plugging all the ports from the smog delete, which there's a reason I'm holding this belt, which is the wrong one. So 85.5 is not long enough. I will tell you that right now. Let me pop the hood here. While we're in the cab, I'll go ahead and show you a few things in here. Had a guy I work with who scrapped out a Dodge Durango, and for $100 I got all the interior, including the seat belts, retractors, all the stuff. I even got the third row. I was going to put it in here, but I'm not now. I actually ended up modifying it, put some legs on it, and my kids are using it in the game room. It's a nice little couch. So, but I got bucket seats, which are in pretty decent shape. This one's got a little bit of rippage going on it. It looks like somebody tried to fix it with something. I hadn't even looked at that. It looks like there's human skin on it. That's disgusting. But decent seats. A little tear there, but nothing big. Was able to use the factory mounts, and I just added 2.5 inches of material towards the passenger side and some gussets, and then centered the seat up on the steering wheel, drilled some holes and bolted it down. Worked pretty good. And on that side I actually used the factory flip mount, which I thought was all broken up and had a bunch of issues. Turned out I only had one bolt holding it in. So I've got 3 bolts in it now. I need to get one more into it because one was completely hashed. But it works good. It flips forward enough to let people into the back. As you can see, the console's missing. I haven't decided what I'm doing there, but kids can enter through there too. Had another little problem after I got it up and running, started testing lights, and didn't have any high beams. Started poking around the dimmer switch with a screwdriver and it completely fell apart, as they do. I really don't like floor-mounted dimmer switches, so I did some research and I found a guy who did a mod with a relay, and I've got a ton of these 5-post relays laying around, so I went ahead and did that. And then I put a switch up here on the dash. That's high beams, that's low beams. Works off of here. Lights come on, high, low, works great. I got some different knobs, cheaped out, and I went with, these are actually off of a guitar, for a guitar. And they've got, I don't know if you can see this, probably not. They've got pointed set screws in them to, I suppose, to split the split post on a guitar so it tightens up. So I'll have to put some different set screws in, but other than that, they work pretty good. I think I got like $5 in those. Way cheaper than anything else I could find online. And that's really about it. Oh, no, one more thing. I got my gauges in. Only the oil pressure's hooked up. All the lights do work, though. And so, got those in, got them mounted. I think they look good. Like I said, got a little bit of a leak from the drain plug, but that's about it. And then the valve cover gaskets, which we all knew were bad anyways. But let's see if I can. I had to go get another fan belt this morning. I'm on my third fan belt. Not because they keep going bad, but because I can't measure. First one fit in the wrong configuration. And the way I had it is it came off the alternator and went over the top of the fan, and then down around the crank, up around the power steering, the AC bypass pulley, and then through the tensioner. That's wrong. But as it turns out, that actually turns everything the right direction. It would work, except you can't get a finger between the tensioner and where it comes off the fan. So that was a little too close for comfort. So I went this morning and took the truck down and pulled the belt off and matched up one. I'd ordered one offline and it ended up still being too short. Had to try 2 different belts. I think I ended up with like an 89-inch belt. It's not as tight on the tensioner as I wanted, but it was the next size he had up from what didn't fit. So the tensioner fits, it's got tension on it. So I think it'll be good enough. So that was an 89, a little over an 89 inches. I think like an 88.5 to 88.75 might be a little more ideal. So, but yeah, everything's buttoned up under here. Like I said, I still need to finish blocking off from the smog pump delete. But we need this truck up and running. There's some weather possibly coming Christmas. So we just wanted to be ready. It may turn out to be nothing, but it feels good having this truck back on the road. And what happened is I ended up taking off a couple of days back in September and just hammered on this. Told my wife, this is all I'm doing. Don't ask me to do dishes, laundry while I'm home, clean the house, anything. I'll be in the garage, I'll be working on the Bronco, and I just hammered it out and got it done. And had a lot of fun doing the wiring, and that's genuine. I did have a lot of fun doing the wiring. Putting this terminal strip. This is a new cable I had. It's not ideal and it's a little short, so I need to remake it. Let me see if I get the glare out. This one right here. So for the positive. And then my ground, not entirely ideal. I should have made it a little bit longer and went to the other side, but it works. So I've got that there, and then it goes to the rest of the system through this. And so cleaned it all up, got it looking nice. It's all O gauge except for this guy, which is like a 2, I think. And again, another reason I want to rebuild that. I want to have plenty of power. Maxi fuse or mega fuse for the 3G alternator. So now both of my small block Fords have 3G alternators, and I probably never mentioned anything about that. I don't even think I've told you guys much about my Grand Marquis. Back in August, maybe it was September too. The alternator went out on it. It just had a little TG on it. It looked like it had been replaced, but it was really shittily done, and I had a lot of noise in the speakers from it. So I had the 3G I bought for this laying in the garage, so I just upgraded it, and then I went and bought another 3G from a local yard where I ended up paying twice as much. I think I paid about $50 for the alternator, and then like $10 for a driver's side seatbelt class for a Suburban, which is crazy because that's a $40 part on eBay. I kind of laughed that he undercut himself on that, but then he overpriced himself in the alternator. So I guess in the end it probably all turned out fine. But yeah, that's where we're at. So she's up and running. I think she looks pretty good. I did get different rims for it. $40 for 4 rims and with the center caps. I thought that was a pretty good buy. So I had those swapped on. To do those and to fix the Y pipe where I had to cut it out was like $200. So at my local shop. So I thought they did pretty good by me on that. But yeah, she's up and running. This is just a short little video. I wanted to update any of you that were wondering about this or commented. I'm probably not going to post much more. I don't know. We'll see if YouTube figures this out and gets things working right. But I'm not impressed. I mean, it used to be you could start a channel pretty quickly and get up and going, but they're getting greedy. And somebody else is doing some research, and they found out that 100 views of ads on YouTube is only like $7. So on the backside of that, they're not giving me a lot, and at the same time, I don't think they're charging a lot, but they're keeping a larger percentage of it. I just don't like how they have it set up. So, and all the censorship. If I want to say shit on my video, I should be able to say shit on my video. So, I don't even know if I'll monetize this one. I probably will, just for the hell of it, but I doubt it'll garner me anything. So, but yeah, we have a winter vehicle again. I just drove it around town, put some fuel in it. I still need to drop the fuel tank and do the sender and the fuel pump. I've got a unit out of an F-150 that I'll just swap over onto this carriage. But I got that dirt cheap, brand new in the box. It is a CarQuest, so it's not ideal, but excuse me. But yeah, I still have to put the second row in. I'm waiting on a plate to be cut. Actually, the plate is cut. I need to go pick it up and weld some nuts to it, and then I'll drill some holes through the floor in this and just bolt straight into that plate underneath, and that'll mount my second row seat. I should have kept my Tahoes, but at the same time I needed like $100 worth of brackets or a bunch of fab time, and I like the Tahoe seats because they had the incorporated seat belt and they folded away nicely. These Durango seats, they fold forward, but the center console and the frame that they mount to stays in place, so it's not entirely ideal, but it'll have to work. I mean, it is what it is. So I made money on those Tahoe seats. Sold them to another local Bronco guy who's going to put them in his truck, so they didn't go to waste. Somebody's going to use them. I'll at least have a match set of seats. I'll have to do some playing around with seatbelt retractors and getting that all set up for the back seat. But like I said, I was going to do a third row in this, but I decided not to. It was going to be in the way. So this needs to be able to haul all our seats around, plus kids and everything. So, but I don't know if you can see it too well, but I think those seats look pretty good. This is really the first time I've had it out in the sun. I've drove it around a little bit, but today was the first time I really put any time on it. Filled it up. It had more gas in it than I thought it did, so that was a plus. So we'll get through winter and get back into some warmer months, get some work done in the garage, and get that ceiling dropped and get all the electrical fixed, so I actually have enough lights in there. I actually shot one video in the garage and it was just too dark, so this is my second attempt, and I'm probably going to shut it down now. I want to say that I do appreciate those of you who have subscribed. Really appreciate those who commented, liked the videos. I'm not going to shut the channel down, but I'm probably not going to spend any time making any effort in these videos. In fact, I'm not even going to edit this one. I'm going to go in the house here and get on the Wi-Fi and upload it and be done. So, thank you guys for your support. If YouTube figures their stuff out, maybe I'll be back. If I have something I think you guys might be interested in, I'll post it. Thanks.